Is me mic on? Is me mic on? Is me mic on? Testing. My chair is so. These don't even sound human. That one. This chair sounds wild. Yeah, I don't know. My chat's like kind of slow. I'm gonna do one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There it is. See, it started at 3. Why did it start at 3? Maybe it was like delayed. I typed in testing, then I did 1, 2, and then it started at 3. It stopped where I stopped though. It stopped at 8. Let me do another one. 9, 10, 11. Those are all working. I don't know. There's like a delay or something. You first start the stream for some reason. Look at my viral short. It's not viral. It's actually stupid. Look at this thing. Hold I was at 380 for a minute. Let me try to load a social blade. Yeah, I don't get subscribers too often, and all of a sudden, I mean slowly but surely, they're definitely moving up. Where is it? Subscribers. Subscribers? Yeah, daily average 1. I'm telling you, my daily average before was like 0 point, no, negative 0.3. I would gain like 4 subs and then lose like 5 the following week. I would gain 4 one week, the next week lose 5. So you know what I mean? It would average out to 1. Yeah, I was looking into the headset for Xbox and stuff, and I don't know. I think it's like $130, which isn't much, I guess, if you're thinking about doing work with it. Air quotes. I don't know. I need to do more. I need to further investigation. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. A lot of money. Even if it does work with my Oh, and this thing. So I figured it out. Why I can't why I'm not able to. What do you call this? Screen record or anything while I'm playing. It's because I'm live. That's why. What's funny though is, let me see Twitch. Yeah, it's because I'm live. Xbox doesn't allow you to record what just happened or anything while you're live. Yeah, no one watched last stream. You know what? I'm gonna turn it off. You know one's hearing it again. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this off for now, just so I can get some clips. Stop live stream. All right, here we go. Close this. And this too. Oh my goodness, man, these stupid ads. You shouldn't get ads if you upload to YouTube. YouTube should know that I'm a part of the content. Yeah, if you upload to YouTube, you should get a free pass. Alright, here we go. Alright, starting. 3, 2, 1. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, the treehouse is just a little further on from here. So what's your buddy Rolo like? Rolo? He's Rolo. Not particularly helpful. Sorry, I just never thought about it. Lots of energy. He's funny, even when he's not trying to be. Things have been tough for his family since the foul harvest. It's about damn time you tell me what this foul harvest thingy is. It's kind of a long story. Hit me with the highlights. Okay? There used to be a fertilizer company here called Valentine's. They were kind of a big deal. Oh, big deal fertilizer. Hold on. I'm actually gonna change this to 1 minute. Just to be safe, because I'm not gonna just cut it up. If it's 30 seconds, you might miss something. It was a big deal to us. Their stuff really worked. Farmers loved it. So Valentine's grew and grew. Beacon Pines pretty much grew around it. Most everyone in town either works for Shopper Valentine or uses fertilizer. Things were good. I'm sensing a big but. Around 6 years ago, Shopper Valentine suddenly died. And something changed. Changed how? Could have been a bad batch. Maybe it was in the water, or air, or soil. Nobody knows. But all the crops died. And everyone blamed the Valentines. The foul harvest. Yep. Valentine Fertilizer went out of business. Half the town lost their jobs. Sheesh. The next year, the crops came back, but something was different. You want a crop, do everything right, and it's sort of a crapshoot what happens. And no one knows why? Nope. I take it Rolo's farm got the short end of the stick. Yep, for some reason the farm was hit harder than others. That sucks. Things have gotten better since Perennial Harvest came to town. The Beacon Pines Reborn Initiative. Yep, first thing they did was give the town a deep stroke. They even put us up in hotels, one town over for a week, while they decontaminated the groundwater. You better get going. Like radiation? Poison, I guess? Try to go fishing again? I don't want to go fishing. It is fishing. Oh, new stuff. Alright, cool. Pole.
Luca tied a small magnet to the line. Fishing with the law of attraction.
A key. Where do you think the lock is for this key? Now, why would we want to find that? Because then we would know the secret. That's no fun. The second we know what it unlocks, it just becomes a boring old key. Right now, this key could unlock anything. Cool. Makes sense.
Luca
Careful.
placed a sinker on the line. Sometimes the best stuff is at the bottom of the pond.
A sinker. Oh, a wish in a bottle? A treasure map. Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard liquor for a hard man. Let's leave that be. Takes a piece of work to leave something like that lying around. Go pick up your bait from the tackle box, buckaroo. But I got them all. Next you come back and get more.
Luca tied a... What fish could...
Shut up. I need his key. Wow! I went to click that sign. It's about time. I was about to give up and go home. Who's the new kid? Name's Beck. You must be Rollo. A certain reputation precedes me. Welcome to Mission
Rollo
Control.
waggled his head with pride.
You'll find we've spared no expense in construction. I've seen worse looking piles of junk. Thanks. Hey, Luca. You know the security concerns we talked about? Yep. While I was waiting, I made some improvements. Let me lock this baby down for a little test infiltration. Can't be too safe these days. Oh, the ladder moves. And the window closes. He goes all out, doesn't he? Always. What's this? He throws it pretty bizarre, man. Am I pressing the wrong button? Pick up your can, sir. Where did you guys get all of this junk in the first place? There's a guy in town named Jeff who trades us junk for snacks. Junk food for junk? Nice. Let's see if it works. You got it. See, so it does work. It was just that was live, that's why. That's one for Sony and 0 for Xbox. So, pretty sweet security, right? It was imaginative, I'll give you that. Luca, are you sure we can trust the new recruit? I'll vouch for her. Thanks, I guess. Okay, Luca, you promised to fill me in about the Valentine warehouse.
Luca sucked in a long breath.
So like I said, there was someone there. What were they doing? I don't know, but the place was lit up and active. Maybe they were squatters? I don't think so. It seemed more organized. When the man pulled me in, I saw some sort of equipment running. A man pulls you in? Yeah, but I got away. You keep saying it was a man. They were wearing a mask, right? Yep. And it could have been a woman. How did you get away? Grabbed a rock or something and broke their mask. They let me go and I ran. Dang. That's intense. No wonder you freaked out when you saw your grandma. Yeah, that's the other part. On our way here, Beck and I saw Harris Valentine meeting with Graham. We're in the same sort of hazmat
Rollo
suit.
let out a low whistle.
And they weren't there for idle chit-chat. I literally can't see. It was a proper clandestine meetup. So let me get this straight. There's an operation in full swing at the Valentine's warehouse. You were almost abducted by a strange man or woman in a protective suit, and then you saw your grand in the same suit, talking to Harris Valentine. Pretty much. I'm beginning to think this whole... I'm beginning to think this town is kinda awesome.
Rollo and Luca shot back a look.
No offense. And so we can logically conclude aliens or alien zombies have infiltrated the town, and the leader is your gran, and she tried to murder you. First of all, and for the last time, there are no aliens. Second, it couldn't have been my gran at the warehouse. I broke the person's mask to get away. The mask Gran was wearing wasn't damaged, but she's definitely hiding something. Maybe. Your Gran is weird, but she might be the most boring person in the universe. And she does, well, all she does is sit around all day making jam. What could she possibly have to hide? I don't know. You haven't talked much since she's moved in. Moved in? Your Gran isn't from here? No, she came a few months back to take care of me after his mom went missing. Did you know your Gran before? Not really, no. It's been years since I've seen her. Luca, don't take this the wrong way. Are you sure your Gran is on the up and up?
Luca gazed out the window.
I'm just saying. You know what? No. It sounds like strange stuff has been happening since she showed up. You could say the same thing about your family, but you're right. Luca, your Gran is hiding something. And Pa always says, folks only bury stuff worth digging up. You need to investigate your house. If my Gran really is hiding something, don't you think I would have noticed by now? That's kind of the whole point of hiding something. I guess you're right. Gran's been leaving the house for hours at a time this week. I'll call you two tomorrow when the coast is clear. You can start getting to the bottom of this. I'm always game for a good snoop. You can count me in.
Chapter 6. Secret Lair. Summer forged ahead,
cool,
but the nights only seemed to grow colder. Luca walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows. Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
What time is it? Who's knocking at my door? The gang's here. Rollo, what on earth is that? Hmm? That ridiculous thing on your head. Oh, this? It helps me think. You're gonna need a lot more of those. Joke all you want. We'll see who's laughing when I crack the case wide open. The coast is clear? Yep. Whatever she's been up to this week has been keeping her busy most of the day. Very well. The game is afoot.
Luca and Beck rolled their eyes as Rollo strutted across the room.
We're gonna ransack the house. If I were Gran, where would I hide my deepest, darkest secrets? Perhaps where you might least expect it.
Rollo flung open the cabinet with confidence. He coughed as a veil of dust hit his face.
I think it's safe to assume anything that dusty isn't what we're looking for. But maybe that's what she wants you to think. Then again, any good detective knows not to trust their first hunch. First hunches are for suckers. Eureka. She lit a fire in order to burn the evidence. She keeps that fire going every day, Rollo. Drat. It may already be too late. Think of the amounts of documents lost to ash. Okay, I'm gonna jump you right there. Stop you right there. Can we just think for a moment? Luca, is there anything Gran doesn't want you... Anywhere Gran doesn't want you to go? Yeah, closet upstairs. Maybe it stands to assume that we should check there first. Oh, nice slap. Well. Look who stands to reason now. And I have no idea where the key is. It is... Wait. If it really is important, then she probably keeps it with her. Anywhere else? She has her berry bushes. Who has ever thought, I'm going to take this important thing and chuck it and huck it in the bush? True. Anything else? Maybe something out of the country? Well, she's always worried I'll break her fancy dishware in the kitchen. It doesn't matter anyway. I can't reach the latch.
A look of realization crept onto Luca's face. All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted in turn toward the kitchen.
Alright, Rolo. This is your time to shine. Ah, yes. You've called upon my expert detective skills. And now I shall proceed
Before
with...
he could finish, Luca scrambled up Rolo's back.
Hey, this isn't my idea of detective work. Every squad needs a good lockpick. Every good lockpick needs a sturdy right to sit on. This is beneath my standard. Stop complaining and hold still. Got it.
The three crowded around the hutch to peer in. With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of them. Their eyes searched for anything amiss. But the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
Well, that was anticlimactic. Yeah. I don't really know what we were expecting. Like, oh yeah. Let me just yank on this random teacup
As Beck pulled on one of the teacups, it slanted forward with a hollow click. The entire hutch began to rustle and slide under its own power.
Seems like your gran has been doing some remodeling. Dude, only two types of people with secret layers. Evil masterminds and superheroes. So which one do we think she is? We're about to find out. I guess I should pause. Wait a second. Continue. Okay, so more of an unhinged conspiracy vibe. Oh wow. Yeah, this can't be good. We need to jump around before jumping to look around before jumping to conclusions. What do we have here? A barrel marked caution, explosive. And jam jar? That's enough jam to feed the whole town. What kind of incendiary jam is your grand making? She wouldn't have had me walk around town delivering bombs, right? Only one way to find
Rollo
out.
casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam.
Huckleberry.
He smacked his lips.
Huckleberry. A kind of brown sugar. And ink? What?
Rollo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper. Rollo offered the slimy note to Luca and licked his fingers clean.
Suggest to Miss Fratelli. Grand Jam Gram? It says last night I used a disguise. Parents provided to scout the location. The timing windows should be possible. Operation Sparkplug is a go. Oh man, are they doing a heist? Whatever it is, it can't be good. So more a bombshell than a bomb. Am I right? You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I'm the bad jokes guy around here.
Luca jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter. For a long moment, he just stared at it.
Why is it bulging? What do we got here? It's my dad. Looks like some of his old medical files. Your dad was a
Luca
doctor?
nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
Well, are you gonna read it? Yeah. Here, let me help.
Rollo swiped the folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages. He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
Remember, they're middle school kids. How about you actually read some of it? One sec. Dense documents such as this are a lot like a cheeseburger. It's best to skip straight to the middle. That's where all the meaty bits live. Wow, I had no idea we were in the presence of the preeminent scholar in dense documents and cheeseburgers. Foul move for he.
He stopped at a page and mimed, holding up a monocle.
Oh, here we are. Follow-up examination of Terrence Moody. Patient shows further signs of paleness and malaise. Malaise? Body temperature continues to drop. He now describes soreness of muscles and joints. It is similar to the symptoms exhibited by Miss Wilby just a few days past. Still waiting on lab results from Joseph.
Rollo looked up with heightened surprise.
See? Creepy. Yeah, that's kind of disturbing. Who's Joseph? That's Mr. Lundcreed's name. Wait.
Rollo's finger traced across the page.
There's more scribbles in the margins. Could be contagious. Mr. Wilby claims the tap water at his home has been contaminated. Perhaps environmental? That results only raise more questions. It's like he came back to his report later and made those notes. So it might be related to something
Rollo
else.
scanned through several more pages.
Here. The writing looks shaky. I just couldn't help her. My mic's gonna mute in a second. So you guys are gonna have to read for yourselves. Progresses so fast.
Luca, staring blankly at the cabinet this whole time, spoke softly.
What does it say next?
Rollo rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
That's where it ends. What? There has to be
Luca
more.
frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Luca, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical. See? What did he mean enough is enough? How did he take matters into his own hands? This is BS.
Luca slammed the drawer shut. A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town, interspersed with hastily scrawled notes.
Well, she's sure it looks so weird on that side of the screen. She sure... Oh, well, she sure has kept herself busy. Is your gran a serial killer? I'm starting to get a vibe. Don't be ridiculous. Sure, she's just tracking the movements of everyone in town. Out of the kindness of her heart. She puts little symbols by some of them. Yeah, Mr. Nuncreed has a check mark. The clipboards are all around, all inside a big circle. And I'm, are both on there. Both of them, both with question marks. Yes, Valentine had a question mark. Paris has a question mark. That's been crossed out. Mr. Kerr has a bullseye. The killer has chosen her next victim. We don't know what any of this means. Whatever it means is probably not good.
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
Cool. This looks like a treasure map. Not every old map is a treasure map, Rollo. Can't fault that logic. Look, there's even a pathway drawn on it. It starts at the entrance of the town. And if we
Rollo
follow
carefully traced the path with his finger.
it leads right to...
He jabbed down at the end point.
Town Square. There's the fountain in the middle of town. This is a weird place to hide treasure. Rollo. But that doesn't look like treasure to me. End of the path. I like where the notification is blocking the words. End of the path on that map has the same symbol as those explosions over there. So it's not hiding treasure. A real bummer. Rollo, what's the thing you've been excited about for the past year? Past month? The festival. Did you say good? Did you say gulp? This feels like a gulp kind of situation. Everyone will be gathered near the center of town. She's gonna blow up the festival. And if we stop her. What was that?
Luca looked up from the map.
What was that? No, I heard it too. There's the front door. Which means someone just shut the door. Which means someone's upstairs. Shh. Quiet. The lights.
Beck flicked off the light, and they became statues in the dark. Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps. The kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall. Then suddenly, it stopped. Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath. All three exhaled shakily and glanced at each other. A muffled male voice broke the silence.
A muffled male voice broke the silence.
A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now echoed down the stairs.
Anyone down
The
there?
three kids shuffled to the corners without a peep. As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated every new step. Thump.
It gotta be his dad.
Thump. Thump. At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting to search the room for signs of life. Rollo shifted suddenly. Luca gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth. It was too late. Rollo was already inching toward the stairway.
To fight him?
He screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
Flaming chicken coop.
With all his weight, Rollo tackled the man to the ground.
Well. Rollo? Mysterious creepy man?
From the dark corner, they saw something move.
Holy crap, Rollo. That was awesome. Wait, did you just kill that
Luca
thing?
scrambled to the hunched figure on the ground. Pressing his fingers to the man's neck, he sighed with relief.
You sure clobbered him good, Rollo. He's not that
As
cold.
Beck flicked back on the light, Luca and Rollo both gasped in stereo.
Mr. Tolliver?
Chapter 7.
Whoa. The chapter is flying. Or this one was just short, I guess.
The Interrogation of Hiram Tolliver.
I'm like
Still
crazy sleeping.
unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain. They couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go. They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house. After some deliberation, it was decided.
They'd run the classic. Oh. Chill cop? You don't have, bad?
They'd run the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
I'll handle this. Just gonna play it cool.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
Golly, I sure got my bell wrong.
He looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. This is all a big mistake. Look, what's going on here? Why do you have me strapped down? No one's faulty. Wait, no one's faulty. No one's fault, really. Rollo just got a little startled. Rollo's here?
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Well, alright. Things happen. You kids gave old Hiram a good scare. Let's just get me out of these ropes and call it even.
Luca glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Help with what? What's my grand up to? If you'll just cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know we can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luca, have I ever done wrong by you? Nope. And since your grand move to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yeah. So why would I turn my back on your family now? It's just, all this stuff seems pretty weird. A board with the names of people from town, an archive of Dad's old disturbing patient notes,
Luca gestured to the corner.
barrels of explosives. We just need to untie them. You kids deserve an explanation.
Luca looked again to Rollo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings. Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists.
It's a good lad. This will all make sense.
He edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as he spoke.
You see, this town has its secrets, Luca. Whoa, a very dark past indeed.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch.
A past that must be brought to...
He punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
Light.
Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
He just locked us down here.
Mr. Tolliver's
Whoa.
muffled voice came from behind the door.
I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down there and let the adults handle
They looked
this.
bewildered at each other.
Play it cool, huh? Not now, Beck.
They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end. Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement. Back to the drawing board. They'd run the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
I didn't do that.
Luca walked calmly to the light.
I didn't mean to do that.
Mr. Tolliver. He looked over to find Rollo and
You just saw
Luca
this.
glanced over to Mr.
Yeah, this you just saw this.
Luca just
There's no way to
Luca
skip
this
it.
time. Luca began. Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his. He edged before the. He punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs. Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
You
Mr.
just saw this.
Tolliver's. They looked to be
There's no skip button either.
They heard the
Or granted, I
staccato
guess
thump
so.
of quick steps
Practical.
exiting the house. The kids looked down. This isn't how. For some reason, Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end. Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement. Back to the drawing board.
Hey, this is what happens. This work. All I have is chill.
They'd run the classic good cop, chill cop
All
interrogation.
I have is chill. Huh? In the past, we found the best way to deal with an erased Moxie was to be a little. I am so confused.
In the past, he found the best way to
Oh, it
deal
was
with
me.
an
I did
enraged Roxy was to be a little shit.
I don't know where I would rewind to though. Because this is nothing. This is before then, but the problem is we don't know like where the other things are. Yeah, so we see the reverse thing, but the problem is where does it go? Ramble.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with ominous thunder.
You sure we can make it home before the storm kicks
Luca
in?
surveyed the roiling clouds.
Roiling? I say the odds are good. Maybe we should stay here and now just make a break from it.
At that moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain.
Bit of recalculation of odds. I mean, look up. Nelly will keep trying to reach your grand on the phone. I was like, it's a book. They just play around with the area with us. In the meantime, people talk.
Luca squinted into the eye hole of the microscope. Luca adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look.
Checking the structural integrity of gum with increasing amounts of chewing. Chewed that one for 47
Luca
days.
wiped his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh. Beck looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet.
A little, but weird can be cool. Oh wow, Willow and I had a radio just like this at the treehouse. Probably not exactly like this, right? And I'm gonna turn the whole thing down to the volts. Build it with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes. This is pretty awesome. She gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. What the heck was that? There's no way it was like a TikTok thing. No way it was a Twitch thing. Yo, how much of a delay? Oh, there we go. Crystal Winterfield. Thanks for subscribing. You can't talk. Thanks for the stuff. Thanks. Your stuff is appreciated. We're a 4 out of 100. I think she feels guilty for working too much. So when she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech overcompensation.
Luca flicked at one of the toggles.
But you can get all sorts of stations on this. Not one here in the booms. Wait, not out here in the booms. You wouldn't believe the stuff I picked up back in the city. But around here, it's all farm ports and static. Shucks. I reckon.
Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime. He flipped open the attached card.
Happy trails from Coach Walker and all the Fairview condos. boy, you weren't kidding around. You weren't kidding about poking around, huh? Oh, sorry. Is this from your old school? The most recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me, going away cards. And the flowers, when they're really trying to feel good about themselves, they do both. See, moving a lot? Yeah, that's the thing with having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else. That's the sort of thing I would do if I cared. Well, you cared enough to keep them involved. Luca, can I ask you something? Of course. Whoa. Dang, did that hurt? I'll be honest. That hurt more than I expected. But at least you looked cool doing it.
Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
Watch the what? The rivulets. Dude. Rivulets. So you can... Wait, do you feel alone? Like when people are around? Well, Rolo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. Or serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? I didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at
Luca took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
I know the feeling. How do you deal with that? I guess I haven't yet. But one thing my dad told me when I was little, don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. If you try to hold it all in, you're gonna pop. So then, what do you do? When you don't know what to do. Dad never got to that part. Something I figured out on my own though, you gotta do something, what? You gotta do something, anything, here. What are you doing? I don't know, something. You're gonna register? Wow. You're gonna register our complaint to the store. Listen here, you miserable universe. Stop checking me around. I just want things to get back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright. That things are gonna
Luca
change.
let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Sound. Whoa. Let me try. Really sucks. I hate it. I hate that. I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my life? Why can't we just stay from it? Scream sound.
Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
I just want to be a normal kid.
Beck brushed off her shirt and straightened up.
Yeah. Wow. I actually feel a little better.
As abruptly as it began, the storm abated.
Thanks. I needed that. Me too. I should head out before the rain starts up again. Sure, I'll walk you up. See you in Rolo at the festival. Sounds good. Luca. Don't let the universe jerk you
Beck
around.
gave Luca a light thump on the arm before heading in. Chapter 5.
Oh, you see? So now she's not there.
Friendly feud. The air was heavy with the hard rain's residue. The smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone, not even Rollo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rollo was still his best friend. Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
And they won't leave because she stayed home. Very interesting. Why is Batgirl here? Hey Dawn, checking down the lead? You bet. I heard a juicy new rumor. Turns out, when Sharper Valentine died, he left behind a peculiar last will and testament. Peculiar? How? He didn't just give his kids his inheritance. There were conditions. Like what? The document stipulated that Harris had to take on a child as her reward. A kid our age, who just showed up to town one night with a lawyer. Solomon? Bingo. So Harris was forced to take care of him? Yep. Or she would have lost everything. Why would Sharper care so much about some random kid? Rumor has it old Sharper sowed some good oats. That explains the way Harris treats him. Poor Solomon. How did you find all this out? The good reporter never reveals her source, Luca. I'm going to the treehouse, right? Wrong button. I think I am. Yeah, treehouse. Yeah, yesterday when I was playing this, I was going towards it. I literally was standing right next to it and forgot that it was up in the forest area. That was funny. And as soon as I ended the stream, I found out. Excuse me, what are you doing? Just locking up for the night, sir. Oh, wonderful. I can only assume this means all festival preparations have been completed ahead of schedule. Not exactly, sir. Until the Union... Wait, what? The storm set us back a bit, so it's getting late, so we all decided to... You all decided? Yes, sir. I was unaware that your job involved deciding things. We are all here at Perennial Harvest because we believe in creating a better future, yes. Yes, sir, very much, sir. Do you want to be the one to tell this town that we failed them? No. Where did that word just come from? Am I mumbling? Am I saying random words? And we gave up because there was a little rainstorm and we all got sleepy? Sleepy or sloppy? Of course not, sir. Good, then it's decided. Yes, sir, we'll work till the task is done. See what you did? See what you do. Our harvest awaits. Rollo, are you still up there? Will he show me the security system? I'm sorry, Rollo isn't accepting visitors at the moment.
Luca had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times, and it always meant one thing.
You're upset? Oh, what makes you say that? Maybe because my best friend abandoned me for no reason. I didn't abandon you. I'm just a little...
Rollo scoffed.
Liar. We weren't even home. You weren't even home. What? The storm got bad and I got worried. So I went looking for you. Imagine my surprise when I made it to your house. and you weren't there. I hadn't made it back yet. I'm not a fool, Luca. It doesn't take all day to deliver some jam. No, the storm rolled in out of nowhere, and I got stuck after dinner at Beck's
Luca stumbled on his words, knowing he'd said too much.
Beck? Dinner? What the heck is a Beck? That's a new kid in town. She's actually kind of cool. You'd like her. She needed help convincing her parents that she had made new friends. New friends? I spent all day waiting for you, and you were off making new friends. It's not like that, Rolo. You know? While I was waiting, I made some upgrades to mission control. It was gonna be a surprise. But you took so long, the storm knocked it all down. Just like you knocked down our friendship. What did that even mean?
Luca became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance.
It means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me. Of course I care, you butt. I knew I'd get in trouble waiting so late for you, but I kept my word, because that's what friends do. Oh wow, what a noble sacrifice you made. Easy for you to say. Your grand doesn't even care. You can stay out as long as you want, and you wouldn't even get in trouble. Seriously? You're acting like I chose this. If that's what you think, then maybe you're the bad
Rolo's
friend.
tone changed to a calm, yet more intense anger.
Maybe Pa is right. Storm brings worse. Storm brings more than water. This one brought out the real Luca. Stop quoting your Pa's nonsense like it means anything. Yeah, well, at least my Pa is still around.
The words hung in the cold
No!
night air. Rolo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line. But it was too late.
Luca, Good night, Rolo. He started tripping. Whoa. What are we doing here? So none of them are going to be there?
Luca dug through his old stuff, not even sure what he was looking for.
Rolo? What a jerk. Ooh, I'm Rolo. Look at me and my amazing family. If Rolo thinks I'm still going to the festival with him, he can shove it. I guess I'm just never supposed to make new friends. Weep.
Gran cooed gently from the hallway.
He slept straight through breakfast. Luca, are you alright? I'm fine. Just don't feel like getting up yet. Okay, I'll leave this oatmeal by the door. I've got to run out and take care of some things. Okay? I'll be back later to check in.
Luca
Sure.
just wanted to be alone. He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing.
Then he jumps up immediately. And Rolo thinks I'm still... Oh, I already said this. You can't really do anything.
Luca dozed off again.
You just keep sleeping. Oh, he came by. He wanted to talk to you. What did you say? I told him you weren't feeling well. Good. So your plan is to just sit in your room all day? Pretty much. Well, I need to pop away again for a minute. If you decide to end your pity party, then go outside. I think it'll be a good... It'll do you some good.
Luca still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rolo, he'd have to actually confront the situation.
Yo. Okay, get up there.
The Adventures of Hank Atomic. Luca carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rolo had received it for his birthday.
I don't like the fact that I'm headed towards the part I still know how to pass it.
A special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art.
Or that I'm stuck in this room.
Rolo cherished it, but asked that Luca keep it at his house. Luca wasn't sure if it was because Rolo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luca's more often. Whatever the reason, Luca didn't mind. But it had stayed right there where Rolo had stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luca lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway. Without realizing it, Luca had pouted away the entire afternoon. He once again felt the weight of it all and allowed his weary eyes to close. Luca stood in a vast black expanse.